course, right when I sit down, I have to sneeze a ton. So if this is full of achoo's and expletives, I apologize in advance. Hello, welcome back to my story. If you did not know, my name is Harley Nouveau, and the purpose of this channel is to document my journey towards my North Star while hopefully helping you find yours along the way. So if that seems like the place for you, then please subscribe and add your name to the storybook that is my life. As you can tell, it's not well lit, but I have a backdrop now. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it for the future. I'm unsure, especially because I'm staring into a light, so it's hard to see how nice it looks. I'm not gonna find that out until I edit this, but if I like it enough, I might leave it back there because, as you know, I'm a flaming cliche and I love fairy tales. So I got this idea from a couple different YouTubers whose names have long since escaped me. However, the most recent one that I watched was by Teresa is Dead. If you've been living under a rock, you might have missed a whole bunch of drama, yet again, surrounding Jeffree Star and Shane Dawson and Dramageddon, and I don't know. Someone did something, there was a nefarious plot. And my thoughts on that are as follows. However, when he was deucing out of the beauty community that he was literally never a part of, Shane Dawson wrote a manifesto where he accused everyone on YouTube and on the platform of being toxic. And I feel like this is a good time to do this tag because he doesn't know what the hell he's talking about. Today's chapter of my story is going to be the My Beauty Community tag. So let's get into it. So number one, who is a creator that makes you laugh? I literally already mentioned her, but Teresa is Dead.
The older woman asked the man for a book of stamps. So she's just like,
do you have the forever stamps?
And the guy's like,
yes, we have the forever stamp.
An upstate New Yorker, it seems like, who does beauty videos. However, the first half of all of her videos are focused on telling stories of experiences that she has in her day-to-day life. And you have to check them out because they are hilarious. My favorite one that I can think of is when she went to the bathroom at work one time and some woman was on her phone in there. And of course, when she tells these stories, she does funny voices, but I guess the woman who was taking the Browns to the Super Bowls next to her had some choice words for the woman on the phone. And I think I like spit out my drink. It's really funny. She actually just uploaded a video, and I'll leave it down below, a couple of weeks ago, that it's just her story time, so check that out. Yeah, she seems really tired of everyone's shit. Two, who is a creator that teaches you? So this might be semi-controversial. I don't know if she's considered toxic. I know that she's considered a bit ignorant. However, I know very little of her personal views. I just watch her for her artistry, and that is Picturesque Regina. She is one of the most talented makeup artists I think I have ever seen. All of her videos are pretty much just tutorials. You can learn a lot from her. You can also learn how to hate yourself because you'll never be quite as perfect as she is, but you know, you win some, you lose some. Three, who is a creator that lifts other people up? I can't really say if he comments on people's channels or not, but all of his videos are very cathartic and they seem to be about living your best life. And that is Ivan Lam, I think is how you say his name.
It feels weird to stay in when the sky is so beautiful. I miss the sun a lot.
All of his uploads are very soft and gentle and atmospheric, I suppose. They really give a sense of groundedness when I watch them. He's always talking about doing what makes you happy and trying to find your zen, if you will. And I find him very uplifting. I always look forward to his uploads because he makes me feel good about myself. Four, who is a creator that you respect? This is a big one, like a bigger creator. However, I would have to say Patrick Star.
Welcome back to my channel. We are in quarantine, and it's quarantine because you're on my freaking channel, and I am a man in makeup, and I look like a woman today.
If you watch his videos, he is all about body positivity and letting your beauty shine through no matter what people think and how people feel. Just be true to yourself. All of his videos are very in line with that. In fact, he's coming out with a new line that kind of speaks to that called One Size Beauty. And he's freaking hilarious. He's very talented, and I think he's a very good example of what we should strive to be like in the community as we reach the upper echelons of the platform. 5, who is a creator whose collection you love? I don't know if he's considered problematic. I feel like he should be because he is a mess, but Bretman Rock.
You are at an intersection.
Okay.
And there are...
What is an intersection?
Oh my god. Oh my god. What the fuck?
He always seems to be able to avoid drama. He's very loud. Again, he's somebody, and you'll see a theme with all of these answers, that seems to be all about being the truest you regardless of how people feel about it. He's loud, he's over the top, he's a bit vulgar, very extra, but he seems to have a good amount of passion for what he does, and I think that reflects in all of the collections that he's done, because they're all very, very well made, in my opinion. You could disagree, but that's what makes the world go round. 6, who is a creator whose creativity inspires you? I would have to say Indigo to Hell. I've followed him for a very long time, even before he was on Instant Influencer, and I really thought he was gonna go far, but it's how things work out. He's always been very creative. I don't know how he gets half the ideas that he does, and he's just naturally beautiful, which of course helps, but his artistry is really next level, and I feel like as he grows and comes into more assets, it's definitely going to show how high and top tier his artistry really is. 7, who is a creator you'd like to be friends with in real life? I feel like everybody probably picks this as their answer here, but I'd have to say Raw Beauty Christie. She has always been kind of like the more down-to-earth beauty YouTuber on the platform for a really long time. I think she just recently hit over 1 million subscribers a couple months back, but she tells it like it is. She seems very humble. She also seems like a lot of fun, and I feel like that's somebody I would love to be friends with in real life, because I can tell that she'd be a great confidant, she'd be honest, but most importantly, she would uplift you being your friend. 8, who is a creator that you would like to see grow? So if you watch me, you know that I have a love for RuPaul's Drag Race. It's probably my favorite show of all time, or if it's not, it's very far up there. I think that it's really important to have representation in any marginalized community, especially the queer community, and the show is very good at representing people from all walks of life. How successful they are, different story. And specifically somebody that I wish could grow past where they are, and she does have a YouTube channel, is Nina Bonina Brown.
I'm Nina Bonina Brown, and you are now watching the Nina channel.
Granted, I will be honest with you, I feel like she's very blunt and she's very outspoken in her opinion, and as such, there is a little bit of controversy in some of her thoughts and process, but she, again, somebody with an amazing artistry, very authentic, and I don't think there's anyone in the space like her right now. And she did a really good video a couple weeks back talking about people of color in the beauty community and where the Black creators are, why there aren't more people of color who are prominent. You know, you have Jackie Ida, you have Naima Tang, and you have Alyssa Ashley, is that her name? But that's pretty much it. So Nina did a video discussing why that is and urging people to kind of be a little more inclusive with their thoughts. And granted, looking back on my previous answers, there is not a lot of color. I do have some Asian influencers on here, but she definitely has a point. And I feel like if there's somebody who is going to push past that boundary, Nina would be a really, really great person, because she's very unique, and I think that we could really benefit from having someone like her. 9, who is a creator that gives off good vibes? To me, Snitchery has always been someone that gives off good vibes.
I think we've sort of defaulted to using products in a way that's not the most conducive to face-to-face interaction.
And I follow her on Twitter, and she's really enjoyable to watch because some of the stuff she says is hilarious, but she seems to be a very positive person. She seems to be more optimistic. She loves what she does, and it's very clear in everything that she posts. And seems like a lot of fun. She seems very, again, uplifting. There's a trend in most of the people that I'm talking about in that they are authentic, they're very true to their artistry, there's a lot of passion there, and most of them seem to be big on uplifting and loving yourself. And I think Snitchery is a really good example of that, because if you don't know, she's another woman of color and she's a cosplayer, and the cosplay community can be a bit toxic if you are not a specific aesthetic. And she's also lighter skinned, and she has spoken up about her criticism and her experience kind of being invalidated as a woman of color, but she's never let any of that stop her. And I think that she's definitely somebody that I feel would be an asset to be around, and I feel would be a great asset to the community. And I'm really happy that she stuck out through the years. And then finally, 10 honorable mentions. I will link those down below. There's quite a few people that I wish I could talk more about that I didn't get the chance to.
Are you ever just in a mood to make a different face out of your face?
I always love a look that has blush going into the eyes.
It looked like Cinderella Park.
Look at that glow, look at that bronze, look at that peach.
Well, I usually don't do the beginning of the video with the finished look, but this is the finished look.
Now, obviously, I've got to make this face glow just as much as the rest of my body.
Does it even look like tortoiseshell? I think it kind of does.
And maybe this video isn't the most fun, but I feel like it's kind of necessary because these are people I think that if you are wanting to be a part of the community, or you're wanting to see maybe someone who isn't always involved in drama and scandal like Jeffree Star, James Charles, Tati, Shane Dawson, etc. That's something we miss out on a lot now, and I'm one to talk, is we lose focus of the artistry and focus more on stupidity. The point is, looking back through all this, it may seem like there's just an endless parade of negativity and clout chasing and drama and scandal, disloyalty, what have you. Pick a negative word. It may seem like that's very prevalent in the community, and it certainly is for like the top players. And when you get very successful, it's not uncommon to have motivations change like that, because it becomes less about what got you to where you are and more about retaining your position. However, that doesn't represent the community as a whole. And if you look past the admittedly ugly surface layer of the community, you'll see that there are a lot of diamonds in the rough. There are a lot of hidden gems, and there is a lot of beauty and love present in the community. And that's why I think that it's one that I'm happy to be a part of. Granted, I have talked about wanting to gear myself more towards variety, in the sense that my channel is supposed to represent me overall, not just makeup, of which I don't even know what I look like right now because I'm so lit in front of me. But it's there, you just have to look for it, and hopefully this list will help you find it. And if you search up this tag, I'm sure you'll find other people that would be great additions to your library. With all of that being said, I want to thank you again for stopping by. As always, I am Harley Nouveau, and I wish each of you every happiness until our stars next align.